Viewers, meanwhile, big news from Hyderabad. Raja Singh, we are told, has been arrested once again. We've suspended BJP MLA Raja Singh has been arrested. We showed you just a short while back how the police had reached his doorstep and there was a heavy deployment there. And now we can tell you that there has been a huge development in Hyderabad. Suspended BJP MLA Raja Singh has been arrested once again. You've heard it first here on Republic. He has been arrested. We'll be getting Priyanka and Aneri to share more details. But from what Priyanka has told us, there is a chance that there are two different Section 41A notices over which now the Hyderabad police has arrested him. This is just minutes after the police moved the High Court to quash the bail that was granted to him earlier. And we have now Priyanka joining us. Niranjan is joining us from the newsroom. Niranjan, tell us more.
Let's go across to Priyanka and Aneri, both live. Priyanka and Aneri, where is he right now? Where is he being taken? What is the case? Tell us all about it. Let's stay with the pictures, full frame, please, of Raja Singh being arrested. First pictures, Priyanka. Going across to both Aneri and Priyanka. Aneri and Priyanka, live from Hyderabad this evening. Those are pictures of Raja Singh being rearrested by the police. He was picked up by the police as he stepped out of his residence. Released a video earlier today, daring KCR, daring KTR, the Chief Minister of Telangana. He dared them, he blamed them for the violence, and he's now been picked up in another case. This is even as the government in Telangana is coming under huge pressure for the release of a few others. In fact, the police in Hyderabad had moved the Telangana High Court asking for his bail to be reviewed, and he's been arrested in another case. That's the breaking news update right now. This is another case over which he was given a Section 41 notice, and he was given a notice and asked to comply by the police. And Priyanka is live with me, going across straight to Priyanka. Priyanka.
Yes.
Priyanka, tell us about the case in which he's been arrested. What is your location? Where are you right now? And are you in the middle of all the action?
Yes, Niranjan. In fact, we are making our way towards the Nampally court because we were learning that the police has arrested Raja Singh and they are already on their way back from his residence to the Nampally court. And we are in fact have accessed the 41A notice of the CRPC that has been given to Raja Singh, because of which he had in fact been granted bail. The absence of which, because of which he had been granted bail in this entire matter of the video that he had made making fun of the Prophet Muhammad. Now we are learning that these are two separate cases under which Raja Singh has now been taken into custody. He has been arrested, and for that he will be brought to the Nampally court where he will be produced for remand as well. In fact, we are also learning. We are in fact getting all the details as far as these notices that have been given. Now, one is the Shahnaz Ganj case, is what we are learning. We are getting the details of the documents as well that we have accessed. The 41A notice that has been given has the details of these two cases, but that remains, to be seen how the legal arguments will be proceeding in the Nampally court. But we are also getting you the latest as far as the bail order that has also been questioned. Now, right now we have the Section 41A of the CRPC that has been issued to him. In fact, I'll quickly read this out for our viewers so that we have a clarity as to the kind of cases that had been registered against him. And we have the Shahnaz Ganj case for which he has been taken into custody now. We were learning that a task force of the Telangana police, in fact, had been sent to the Raja Singh's residence. There was a closed door, discussion that had gone on. The police had been speaking to Raja Singh, telling him, giving him the notice as well, the Section 41A notice, post which now he has been taken into custody and he is being brought to the Nampally court, where he will be produced for remand. And of course, we will have to see how that entire proceeding goes on, because remember, during the case of this video that had been made by Raja Singh making fun of the Prophet Muhammad, he had been granted bail on the technicality of the Section 41A notice not being issued to Raja Singh as well, and because of which we had seen on the ground there was a massive anger, massive protest that we had been tracking since the past 3 days, Niranjan, on the ground, where the protesters had been claiming that because of just a mere technicality that he has been let go of, but that the legal recourse needs to be taken with respect to justice that they want with respect to Raja Singh's statements and against Raja Singh, because they had stated that Raja Singh is not a one-off offender. This has not happened only the first time. He has had several antecedents. He has had prior records as well, where he has made communally insightful statements. So that is why we have seen that these kind of protests had not been dying down. In fact, they had also been making plans of carrying out protests late in the night today and also tomorrow after the Friday prayers, and because of which the police had learned the intelligence that they had gathered that a mass gathering that was also expected to take place tomorrow post the Friday prayers as well. But as per the Section 41A notice that has now been accessed by us, it clearly tells us that the police has already come in action. They have given these notices to Raja Singh, because of which now he has been taken into custody, and we are in fact en route to the Nampally court itself. We'll be reaching there in probably 2 to 3 minutes, and we will be getting all the visuals, all the latest as far as Raja Singh is concerned, and when he will be brought in the court, and as far as what really goes on in the court, we will be getting you all the details of that as well. Niranjan.
Staying with the story, those are the first pictures of him stepping out of his house and being detained in another case. That is Raja Singh, the controversial leader, the hate monger MLA who made controversial comments, was picked up by the police some time back.